You know that problem that's been eating at you for weeks. What if I told you it was solved the moment it appeared? You just can't see the solution yet. Think about it. Right now, there's something weighing on you. Maybe it's that conversation you keep replaying, that situation at work that feels impossible, or that relationship dynamic that has you trapped in the same loop. You've been carrying it around like a heavy stone in your pocket, feeling it with every step. Here's what we're going to explore today. Every problem we face is actually a grievance we're holding onto, and every solution is already present as a miracle waiting to be recognized. Instead of believing problems come first and solutions take time, we learn that the answer is placed alongside its problem simultaneously. We just need to shift our perception to see it. It's like wearing sunglasses indoors and complaining about how dark everything is. The brightness was always there. You just need to remove what's blocking your vision. Your grievances are those tinted lenses, making everything look harder and more complicated than it actually is. Let me tell you about Sarah. She's been replaying the same argument with her sister for 3 months now. Every morning in the shower, she crafts perfect comebacks she'll never send. During her commute, she builds an airtight case for why she was wronged. At night, she lies awake editing the transcript of what was said, what should have been said, what she wishes she could say now. The weight of it rests right there in her chest. She can feel it when she breathes. Some days it's a dull ache. Other days it's sharp and hot. She's convinced that time needs to pass, apologies need to be made, and complicated conversations need to happen before this can be resolved. But here's what Sarah doesn't see yet. She's not actually carrying the problem. She's carrying her grievance about the problem. And there's a profound difference between the two. The problem, the actual disagreement with her sister, happened 3 months ago. It lasted maybe 20 minutes. But the grievance, Sarah has been feeding that every single day since. She's become the curator of her own museum of hurt, carefully preserving every detail, adding new exhibits of evidence, giving guided tours to anyone who will listen. We all do this. We take a moment of conflict, misunderstanding, or disappointment, and we transform it into a story that we carry everywhere. The original event might have been brief, but our grievance about it becomes our constant companion. And here's where it gets interesting. We believe we're being reasonable. We think we're just processing, or working through, what happened. We tell ourselves that we need to understand it fully before we can move past it. But what we're actually doing is clutching our grievances like precious evidence in a case we're building. Think about your own situation right now. Notice how much mental energy you spend on it. How many times a day do you revisit it? How often do you explain it to others or to yourself? Feel how your body tenses when you think about it. That tension, that mental loop, that need to be understood and validated, that's not the problem itself. That's your grievance about the problem. It's like Sarah wearing those sunglasses I mentioned. Every time she puts them on, every time she rehearses her hurt, the world gets a little darker. The solution, the peace, the possibility of reconnection with her sister, it all gets harder to see. Not because it's not there, but because she's blocking her own vision. Now here comes the part that might feel uncomfortable at first. What if the solution to Sarah's problem appeared the exact moment the problem did? What if, 3 months ago, in that very moment of conflict with her sister, the path to peace was already available? We resist this idea because we've been trained to believe that solutions take time. That healing is a process. That complicated problems require complicated solutions. But what if that's just another story we tell ourselves to justify holding on to our grievances a little longer? The truth is, we're not actually looking for solutions when we're in grievance mode. We're looking for validation. We want someone to agree that we were wronged. We want the world to acknowledge our pain. We want our version of events to be the version of events. But while we're building our case, presenting our evidence, and waiting for the verdict, the actual solution waits there quietly, waiting for us to notice it. It's been there all along, like the brightness that exists even when we're wearing sunglasses indoors. So what happens when Sarah finally gets tired of carrying this weight? When she realizes that her perfect comebacks aren't bringing her peace, that her airtight case isn't making her feel better, that her museum of hurt is just keeping her stuck in the past. This is the moment when everything can shift, not through time passing, not through complicated negotiations, but through a simple willingness to see differently. Sarah sits down one evening, exhausted from another day of mental arguments. And for the first time in 3 months, she allows a different thought. What if my sister is struggling too? What if she's also been replaying that conversation, feeling misunderstood, wishing things had gone differently? It's a small crack in the wall of her grievance, but light starts to pour through. She remembers her sister's face during the argument, not the angry words, but the hurt in her eyes. She recalls other times they've supported each other, laughed together, been there for each other. And suddenly, the solution that was always there becomes visible. It's not complicated. It doesn't require Sarah to be wrong or her sister to be right. It simply requires a shift in perception, from grievance to grace, from evidence to empathy, from being right to being free. This is what we mean when we say the solution appears simultaneously with the problem. The moment Sarah and her sister had their conflict, the possibility of forgiveness was born in the same instant. The opportunity for deeper understanding, for growth, for a stronger relationship, it all emerged right alongside the hurt. But Sarah couldn't see it while she was wearing her grievance glasses. She was so focused on the darkness of the problem that she couldn't perceive the light of the solution. When she finally takes off those glasses, when she stops feeding her grievance and becomes willing to see differently, she discovers something remarkable. The solution doesn't require her sister to apologize first. It doesn't require a perfect conversation. It doesn't even require them to agree on what happened. The solution is simply this: Sarah's willingness to release her grip on being wronged. Her choice to stop curating the museum of hurt. Her decision to see her sister not as the enemy in her story, but as another human being who's probably hurting too. And with that shift, the weight she's been carrying for 3 months begins to dissolve. Not because the problem is solved in the way she imagined it would be, but because she's no longer feeding the grievance that kept the problem alive. The lightness that comes is immediate. It's the relief of putting down a heavy bag you forgot you were carrying. It's the ease of breathing fully again. It's the peace that was always available, waiting patiently behind your need to be right. This is the miracle that replaces the grievance. Not a magical transformation of circumstances, but a profound shift in perception that changes everything. And it's available right now, in this moment, for whatever you're carrying. The solution to your problem isn't in the future. It's not dependent on someone else changing. It's here, now. waiting for you to stop clutching your grievance long enough to see it. If this felt grounding, you're welcome to like the video and subscribe. No rush. Just a gentle way to stay connected as we continue. Let yourself settle into this moment. Feel your body finding its place, your breath arriving naturally. Notice any tension you're holding. Maybe in your shoulders, your jaw, your chest. Just notice it. There's something you've been carrying. You know what it is. Feel where it lives in your body right now. You don't need to fix it. You don't need to solve it. Just acknowledge that it's there. Now imagine, just for a moment, that you could set it down. Like taking off heavy sunglasses you forgot you were wearing. What would that feel like? To stop holding so tightly. To stop building your case. Breathe into that possibility. The solution doesn't require you to do anything. It's already here. Feel the space that opens when you're not clutching your grievance. Notice how much room there is. This is what's always available. This peace. This lightness. Hidden only by what you hold. Rest here. Let your body remember what it feels like to be free of that weight. When thoughts of the problem return, and they will, just notice them. Like clouds passing. You can pick up your grievance again anytime, but right now, in this moment, you're free. Feel that freedom in your chest, in your breathing, in the quiet space behind your eyes. This is what waits behind every grievance. This simple, available peace. Stay here as long as you like. The solution isn't going anywhere. It's always here, waiting. When you're ready, take a deeper breath. Carry this lightness with you. You know what to do, or rather, you know what to stop doing. And that's enough. Thank you for being here and practicing together. If you'd like, you can find a free digital ACIM resource in the description. And if you want to mark the moment, a simple comment such as, "I am grateful," is welcome. Thank you for being here, for having the courage to look at what you've been carrying. Remember, the solution to whatever you're facing isn't in the future, it's available right now, waiting behind your willingness to see differently. Be gentle with yourself as you practice putting down those grievances. You deserve the peace that comes with letting go.